All right, guys, this is question number 33 from the August 2026 Algebra 1 Regents, and it is a projectile motion question, quadratic, and it gives us a function h of t equals a negative 16t squared plus 48t plus 5, where h represents the height and t is the time. So now, they want us to graph this function, right? And they also want us to answer the question of the maximum height and the time that it takes to get to the maximum height. All right, so here's what I would say. Most of the time on the Regents exam, they do not give you a numbered graph sheet. It's almost always blank. Like the one we just did with the linear inequalities, there were no numbers on there. They just had an X and a Y. But when they give you a graph that has numbers, then you should make your calculator look like this. So that way you can ensure that you'll be able to see what you need to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get the calculator. If I can get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. Home, we're going to go here, and we are going to change the window first. So I'm going to go menu 4 for window, and I'm going to manually set it. So now if we look at the graph paper, we go from 0 to 5, about actually 4.5, but I'm going to put 5, and then it goes from 0 to like 60. So that's what I'm going to put in here. I'm going to go 0 to 5, and then I'm going to come down here and go 0 to like 60. And then I press enter. So now the calculator is ready. So I'm going to enter the function. Remember, you can only graph x's. So even though it says t squared, we're going to put x squared. This is going to be plus 48x plus 5. And then you press enter. That is the graph. It is a quadratic. It's a negative quadratic. You can see it's a frown, which is negative quadratics. Now, there's three things that you need for these problems, and I'm going to work. It's like this is a book or a movie. You're going to have a beginning, which is the y-intercept. There's going to be a middle, which is the vertex or the maximum, and it's going to be an end, right, which is the 0. So these are the three things that you always need. So even though they've only asked for the vertex or the maximum, I'm going to put all of these on here because this is just good practice. First thing I'm going to do menu 51. Now, normally menu 51 will take you to the y-intercept, but it doesn't. So if it doesn't, just type in 0, boom, and there's a point. So I'm going to press enter, and it keeps that point there, right? So that's the initial height. That's the beginning of the book. Now, we want the middle of the book. So we're going to do menu 6, analyze the graph, and this has a maximum. So we start on the left, we pull it past the top, and there is the maximum. Now, this is what we're going to need to answer the question. So we've got this point, 1.541. And then we need to know the end of the book. So we're going to do menu 61, start on the right, pull it to the left. So now this is a decimal. Now, this question is not asking how long the ball was in the air. Basketball was in the air. But if it were, we'd have to say it was in the air for about 3.1 seconds, approximately. Okay. Now, so we've got some points. Now let's go and let's plot them. So I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go 0, 5, which is right here. Then I'm going to go 1. What was it? 1.541. So that's going to be my next point. So let's go here. 1.541 will be somewhere in here, right? And then we had the 0 was 3.1, so it's going to be a little bit over here. Now, since I know the axis of symmetry is at 1.5, this is 1, 2, 3 to the left, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. There's going to be a point there. Now, if you wanted to, you could try to find another point. Let's see, I'm going to do menu 51, and then I'm going to type in, let's see, I'll type in 1. What does it say? It says 137. So we can try that. So let's go here. And 137 would be about here. All right. That point is a little bigger than I want. All right, there you go. Now, we can use symmetry. That means there's going to be one here too. All right, so now I'm just going to draw the best line that I can going through these points. Now they don't expect perfection because they know this is a curve, but that's the graph, right? And I put 1.541 to clearly indicate the max. And now that's 2 points. I did a good job. And now it says number of seconds it takes for the ball to reach the maximum. That's just the X value. So you say it took 1.5 seconds to reach the max. So what was the maximum height? It was 41 feet. That's it. That's all you're doing. Now I'm going to do this again. This is the beginning, the y-intercept. This is the middle. It's also the max or the vertex. And then this is the end. That's the end of the story, end of the book. Now, those are the three things that they always ask you for. So don't trip. That's it. It's going to be one of those three things. Make sure you get enough points to get your graph. And then we got one here and one here. All right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this.